Good afternoon, everybody. Hello from Columbus, Ohio. My name is Hugh White, and I'm a partner at Aspire Benefits. Aspire Benefits is the name of our company, and we created the MyBenefitsComparison.com private exchange. Also on the call with me today is Luke Murray, my business partner, and Ryan Gibson, our sales executive. I know many of you have talked to Ryan in the last few days. I just want to let you know the chat function's on, so feel free to ask questions as we go along. You are muted. And we'd like to thank you for taking the time from your schedule today. We know your time is valuable, and today we're going to talk about the new features and enhancements to MyBenefitsComparison.com portal. And out of respect for your time, I'm going to try to keep this to right around 30 minutes. Before we dig into the new features, I'd like to spend a few moments to talk about why we created MyBenefitsComparison.com. For those of you who I haven't had the privilege to know personally, I worked for Principal Life Insurance Company for 25 years. Yeah, and for those of you who know me, you know I'm old. So when I worked there, every fall I was able to log into their benefits portal and choose my benefits for the upcoming year. Obviously, the medical insurance was the most important benefit for me and my family, but I also had the ability to purchase numerous other products that I felt would benefit me and my family personally. So I was able to make a choice based on my own situation. Also, for a number of years at Principal, I sold large self-funded plans to companies who had 500 or more employees. Like Principal, I saw these large companies offering a wide variety of benefits to their employees. So if somebody works for a large employer, they have access to all these benefits to choose from. But what about all the people who don't work for large companies? Self-employed people, people like yourselves, your clients, people like me and Luke and Ryan. Yeah, we try to pick the best health insurance plan, but we all know that's a challenge these days. But what about all the other benefits that can help us? MyBenefitsComparison.com was designed to enable you, a professional, trusted advisor to your clients, the ability to offer big company benefits to your individual and family clients. We humbly feel we have done a lot of the legwork for you. We first identified the products that large companies offer their employees. Then we went out and contracted with the carrier who we felt was the best in that space for that specific product. As far as the carriers on the portal, we looked at the following. We look at financial stability. We look at brand recognition and reputation. We look at service and claims adjudication. We look at technology capabilities. We need to make sure that the insurance company has the technology and the ability to integrate it in our system. You'd be amazed, but many are behind the times and do not. And then lastly, they have to have obviously the ability to offer individual and family products and to accept ACH or credit card as payment. So there's really no employer-employee relationship needed to use the portal, and that's the magic of its design. It's designed solely for individuals and families with no employee-employer relationship and allows them to pay for it with an ACH or credit card. The MyBenefitsComparison.com leverages technology so you can better serve your clients in an efficient and effective manner. We've invested heavily in the platform so you don't have to invest your own dollars in technology. And now that open enrollment's over, it's a perfect time to circle back and let your clients know you have expanded the portfolio of products you can offer them as individuals and families. MyBenefitsComparison.com allows you to market 12 companies and 20 different products with one custom link. And believe it or not, as you dig into the products, many of the products will most likely appeal to you personally. A lot of the agents' first sales are actually on themselves. So we want to help you better serve your clients and generate additional revenue at the same time. So most of you on the call today have already created your MyBenefitsComparison.com private exchange. The level of use that we're experiencing is all over the board. Today I'm going to spend the majority of time on recent enhancement we've made to the exchange, your back office, if you will, the carriers and their products, and who they appeal to and why. So first of all, let's start with creating the account. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on here, but there are a couple of you on the call that haven't created an account yet. So just to create an account, all you would do is go to MyBenefitsComparison.com. You would create an account, just entering your personal information here along with your NPN number for both yourself and an agency if you'd like. And then what you're going to do, and real important, you're going to establish a login. And the login is going to be your email and a password of your choice. And you want to make sure that you save this information. You can only use the email in the system one time, but you want to make sure you save this, because based on this, this is how you will enter your back room. And so once you do this, you'll see in a second that after you get by this step, if you hit sign up, it would then take you to the next screen where you could upload your logo and do the branding and such. But we're going to assume that most of you have already done that today. So the next step would be, once you do this, how do you log back in once you've created your account? And so to log in, all you do is go to mybenefitscomparison.com and hit the login. You'll see that there's two logins here. There's one for you as an agent, and then after you establish your private exchange, when people go into your private exchange, as you share your URL with them, they're going to create accounts to make purchases under your exchange, and you get credit for all of that. So you want to always make sure that you're only logged in as one or the other. If you're helping a consumer log in on their behalf to make a sale, you also cannot be logged in as an agent, because the system doesn't know which one you are. I would suggest that if you ever get an error message, 99% of the time in terms of trying to submit an application is because you're logged in as both a consumer and an agent under the same browser, and the system's creating that error message because it doesn't know who the user is. So to log in, what we're going to do is we're going to log in as agent, and again, that's going to be the information you created right here. So when you log in as agents, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to log in under the Aspire Benefits account and use that as a back room. So we use this account for demo purposes and to test new products, but this would be the information that we used to create it when we did an account. You'll see our branding is here, and then I'm going to hit submit. So here is how your dashboard looks when you first log in as an agent into your back room. So you can see here that what we've done is there's a lot of information here that we've created and put to use for you. And on here, one of the most important things is that a lot of times people will forget what their custom URL is. So all you have to do from your custom URL is go right here after you've logged in, and you can then see as you scroll down here, here's your custom URL right here. So all you need to do is basically take this, cut it, and paste it into your browser, and it's pretty temperamental, as you can see. So you would cut this and paste this into your browser. And again, when somebody's logged in, you have to be careful because it won't let you log in as an agent and then also as an insured who's making the account. But this is really no big deal. And this is where what you can do is we've now taken what your individual URL is, an agent. You can go right up, open up a new window, and just hit paste and go. And again, this is going to be your intake screen. So this right here is going to be your URL that you can share with your clients and prospects. The other thing that we've done is we've streamlined the user experience. So as we streamline the user experience, it allows you to have the intake here, and then we'll show how that works in just a couple minutes. But in the meantime, I'm going to go back here and show you a couple other features. So this is actually the agent branding section. You can upload a logo here. The logo is going to appear right here, and you can grab a picture or a logo when you do that. The other thing that we've done is in the capture, when somebody goes in, and I'm going to exit out of here real quick. And I'm going to show you the intake screen. So on your intake screen, when you've already created the account, all we need is 3 simple pieces of information. We need a zip code, a date of birth, and a gender. As you hit continue, you'll see that this has been streamlined. So for those of you who are familiar with the system in the past, we used to have additional information here. It's still here if they want to provide information in terms of doing some pre-screening, that's still there. But what we've done is we've streamlined the second screen here. And what that allows us to do is that allows us to capture information about the visitors to your portal. And then we've then taken those and we're going to show you how those are going to be useful to you, where you can use it basically as a lead section. Then as you view the plans here, there's a lot of error messages in here, so if I forget something, it doesn't allow me to move forward. So on here, basically all I would have to do is put my name on here. You'll see that this information is not required, but most of the time we feel that as you share that with some of your clients, they're going to put that in there. And then here they hit the view plans, and then this is where all the information then comes up, and then this is where they can see all the plans that are available. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back out of here for a second. And I'm going to log back into the back room. And show you some of the other features that are available in the back room as you log in. And I'm going to go through these pretty quickly. So getting back to the dashboard again, you'll see that if I put in my information on that last screen, on the intake screen, on the second screen, that now is going to appear here under the leads section. So you can log in each and every day, and you can see who is logged into your account, and you can either email them or you can send them a proposal and give them some options in terms of the benefits that they can have. Sending proposals is very, very simple. All you need to do is hit new proposal, and then it takes you to this screen. You would actually fill in their information, and then you would just type in their zip, select the state, their gender, I'm not that young, but, and then here's where you would select the products that you want to do. So if you want to send somebody a dental plan, you can do that and hit view dental plan. And then it's going to take you right to the screen that shows the dental coverage. And then here you can hit send proposal. And then you would type in your client's email address, put a little note here and say, I would advise that you buy X plan. And then based on that, they would then get an email and they get a link, and it's going to take them right to that page where they can make the purchase. The other thing that you can do is we introduce new carriers, and we've introduced the IHC products and also Tokyo Marine. Assurity's coming on shortly. One of the features here is that if you go back to your dashboard and you hit the products section, you can hit add products. So what you want to do is, for those of you who maybe haven't updated your exchange in a little bit, you want to go back in, log in, hit products, hit add products, and see what products are available to you. Once you've done that and added the products, once you get your approvals back from the carriers, you can hit the manage products section. And the manage products, what this shows is this is going to be where you would enter the agent commission code that you received back from the carrier. So once you hit the agent commission code in here and hit active, that shows that your product is now going to appear and be ready for sales on the system. The other thing that you can do is, we talked about branding. You can go into the agency branding area. If you ever want to change your logo, you can go in here like we were at before. You can hit browse and change your logo. So that's one of the other things you can do from your back room. The other feature that we're adding, and we continue to add additional things to this, is we have now what's called an ad marketplace beta. And what this allows you to do is you can go in here, and we've created some pre-formatted ad for social media, especially Facebook. So for instance, like for ID Shield protection, for pet insurance, if you're PNC licensed, or for telemedicine, these are all very easy to do. All you need to do is go in here. If you just want to promote your link with your agency, you can just pick one of these, and then it immediately goes in. It'll tie it to your Facebook page. So if I click on here, it's going to go into my Facebook page, and I can then say something about it and then hit post, and it's immediately going to appear on my timeline. So we're going to constantly update this area and continue to give you additional content where you can build more business and give more exposure to your private exchange. If we go back here, you can also see there's a client section, and this is where we're populating your book of business. So you'll be able to look at your book of business and see the book of business in your accounts that are in here. And then I know a lot of you are concerned about the actual agent and the compensation. We've developed a compensation sheet where you can actually go in, you can talk to Ryan about this, he can pass this over to you, but these are the compensations for each of the product for the writing agent, and you can look at that. The other area I want to draw your attention to is the support area. Under the support area, there's a wealth of information here that we continue to populate to help all of you out. And again, we're always available if you have additional questions. But in here, you'll see that there's carrier and products, and we're going to touch on the who, what, why, who, and what in a minute. But one of the things that we get the most questions about, and this is going to be the most tedious aspect to you developing and creating your own portal, and that is the appointment process. It's very, very difficult. I mentioned, if you have 12 carriers, can you imagine if you have to complete all the paperwork for 12 carriers? So what we did is we contracted with SureLC, an online licensing company that makes it very much easy for you to contract with everybody. And then there's a step-by-step PDF right here that helps you do that. So in that step-by-step PDF, you'll see that with the link that once you're in the portal and you hit get appointed, a screen is going to come up like this. You're going to click new user, and with the new user, it's going to ask you to validate who you are. A lot of this information is pulled by NIPR, and NIPR is going to either have to use your social number, your last name, and then once you do that, you're going to get an email. Once you get the email, you're going to create an account in SureLC. So this is going to be a different sign-on information and account creation in your My Benefits comparison. But when you create that account, what you have to do is at the bottom of your profile, you have to make sure that everything has a check mark in it. And this document takes you through how to complete your SureLC account so you can then request appointment. But a lot of times, if you just take a couple minutes to read through this, this is very, very helpful. The other thing that's out there is a quick 2 to 3 minute video right here that also shows you how the system works. The next thing we want to do is talk briefly about each of the different products and how you can position them. So if you're here and you go to mybenefitscomparison.com, on our landing page, there's an NBC product sales guide right here. And we know that we're asking a lot of you, we know that you have a lot of stuff to do day to day. We're asking you to change your behavior to a certain extent and better serve and offer additional guidance to your individual clients. So what we've done is we've created a spreadsheet that shows each of the different products that are on the portal and what the why people purchase them and who's interested and what the most popular benefit plan is. I'm going to run through these really quickly, but just to give you an idea, you'll know where the resource is. But on a couple of these, the first one, even though it's the top one at the list, this is actually my favorite product on the portal. And the reason being is that everybody talks about telemedicine these days, but the reason we really like Alley Health is number one, their technology. It's a phone app. There's no fee. It's unlimited physician consultations, and they usually call you back within 10 minutes. There's other carriers, a lot of plans out there that have copays. You can wait hours to be called back. I look at this as more or less just a convenience item. Everybody's time is important. You know, if you've gone to the doctor once in the last year, unfortunately, I've gone twice in the last few months with all this flu stuff. But from your own desk, all you need is a cell phone, a 10-minute consultation with the physician, and they can call in a script. And it's $99.95 a year. So the $99.95 a year covers everything. All of your clients that have HSA accounts and things of that nature, this is extremely important to them. The dental speaks for itself. When I look at dental plans, the dental plans itself, when you think about dental, if you go in for your annual cleanings and examinations, yes, you know, you're going to pay for that. So if you're paying $25 to $35 a month for a dental plan and you use it, you're going to get most of that money back. The other portion of that is how much premium did you not get back after you went in. So if you spend $350 a year in premium, but you got $250 or $280 in benefit, when you think about that, you're only spending about $60 to $70 a year for protection. So the actual dental protection, in case something goes wrong, something major, is not costing somebody that much a year. If you position it like that to your clients, it tends to be a much better purchase. The vision, any individual that has eyeglasses, everybody I see that has eyeglasses, I ask them about their vision coverage. Because in the Columbus area, it costs about $550 if you don't have any coverage and go in and buy retail frames with your examination, your frames and lenses. Under the best plan, which is VSP, which has a $10 copay, frames, lenses, and the lenses, they may spend another $150. It's a no-brainer. They're going to spend $350 out of pocket, but get $550 in benefits back. The other product that a lot of people are selling is cancer. If I had you all in an audience right now, I'd ask you to raise your hand and let me know somebody that you've known in the last year that has cancer. It's an absolutely terrible disease. Better yet, I'd probably ask you right now to think among yourselves and think about who you know who is currently being treated for cancer. So I know all of us sell a lot of products, but this is amazing to me. Slightly less than 1 in 2 men and slightly a little more than 1 in 3 women get cancer. And the most popular benefit plans are a $10,000 to $30,000 benefit. It isn't that people don't have health insurance to pay for cancer when it occurs. What cancer does is, with high survival rates these days, it pays for the everyday expenses to help somebody get through the treatment. This really isn't a product that's sold to pay for cancer treatment. It's sold because everybody survives and it helps them get through that. And as you go down through here, you can look at some of the other products and features that we have on the portal. I'm not going to go through each one, but again, it gives you some sales ideas on which ones you can use for each and every one. As we go back to the portal itself, and we enter this information, you'll see on here that we made it extremely simple for you to explain the products and for people to buy. If you don't want to scroll through each of the ones, you can go right to the cancer plan as an example. And what you always want to do, even on the matrix, it tells you to use, anytime you see with Cigna the flexible choice, you want to use that one because that is the newest generation product. The other tip that I'll give you right here on the cancer product is that you always want to select the reoccurrence rider. And because we're fully integrated with Cigna, It's very simple. If somebody has a price point, you'll see right here the price. You can actually increase the benefit, and you can hit recalculate, and it immediately gives you the new rate. The other thing you always want to do is keep in mind this is $12.50. With cancer, you always want to include the recurrence rider because it pays if the cancer comes back, which statistically a lot of times it does, unfortunately. Again, hit recalculate, and it gives you the new rate. I think most of you are aware, but once somebody chooses which plan they want, all they then have to do is hit enroll now. Once they hit enroll now, and this isn't going to work like I said before because I'm logged in as the user. So let me just close my browser. Apologize about that. I have to exit the user. This is where I was logged in, which I mentioned before. I'm going to log out of the admin area. And I'm going to go back in. And as people are looking at plans, there's really nothing in the system that they can hurt or you can hurt. So if they pick a product and they want to enroll now, and you want to test it out and you want to see how each of these work, you can actually go through each and every one. For instance, this is the Spirit Dental plan, and you can see on this plan, based on our product sheet, there's no waiting periods for anything. The benefit stays in. If they want to enroll now in any of these products, for the first time, what they're prompted to do is create an account, a retail account under your account. And when they create the retail account under your account, it then takes them to the app. And they have to remember that sign-in information later. Again, if you've used your email to create your agent account, you also cannot use that email to create a retail account. The system only lets you use the email once. So if you're getting an error message, that could be the same reason why. So if I hit submit, and this would be just my information for my retail account, you can see that it's going to take me right to the information here that allows me to apply. You can play around with this. You can create your own fictitious email to go through each and every plan to see how the application works. You can hit continue, and you can go through this, and until you get to a payment page, just feel free to exit out of your browser, just close it up, and nothing can happen to that. The last thing that I wanted to spend some time on today is on here, what you're actually able to do. I'm going to log out as a retail consumer. I'm going to go back here. When we first came out with mybenefitscomparison.com, the information right here that is populated was populated from the information that you entered on the first screen when you created your account. So this was hard-coded information. What we've done is when we talked about branding, this information is now separate. So you can put anything you want here, and it's not going to impact the data that's encrypted and sent to the carriers when a policy is submitted. It used to be this information was hard-coded. Where I'm going with this is that we now have agents that are using this for small employers that don't want to deal with payroll deduction. So you could actually clone your account, put all of your agent information that we looked at in your back room under the managed products section, and you could put ABC Company here with ABC Company's logo. They would have their own URL, and you can share that URL just for that specific company. The other thing that we're in discussions with a few agents right now also are associations. You can also private label this for association plans. So if any of you have any association plans that you think might have an interest in you private labeling this for them, and the nice thing about it is there's a couple products on here where we can get some compensation legally back to the association, please give us a call, and we would welcome the opportunity to serve you. So that will conclude the brief webinar today. I hope you have found some value in what we've created. Again, log in, make sure that you have all the carriers visible on your platform, so when you share your link that people can purchase. And again, add the new carriers. Again, IHC and Tokyo Marine, I know a lot of people haven't gotten contracted with those carriers yet, so I want to encourage you to do so. And then the last thing that I want to mention, I also want to let all of you know that, again, this is just for individuals and families. You can use it for small employers if the employer doesn't want to do any payroll deduction. But the last thing that I want to let all of you know is that if any of you do business in the group market, especially the small group market, Aspire Benefits is very active in that market as well. So we're going to take, and I'm going to put on our other hat right here. And if you go to aspirebenefits.com, you can see our carrier partners are all listed here. And as you scroll down through here, you'll see that the products that we have, if any of you have a need for any small group quotes or worksite situations, ancillary and worksite, please send those our way as well. And we're really easy to get a hold of. You can hit here and contact us. And there's a form here where you can drop us a line, and you can do the same thing under the My Benefits Comparison.com website. Again, contact us and drop us a line here. Our phone number's here. You can talk to myself, Luke, Ryan, or anybody else that answers the phone, or you can submit an email to us, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you very much for your time today, and we truly appreciate the partnership we share with you, and thank you for your business.